Hello and welcome to my channel. So today is a little bit different. Right now I should actually be in Wales on the Brecon Beacons, but due to a family situation I've had to cancel it at the last minute. I thought I'd come out and create a quick video. Now what I want to do today is look at the zoom lenses that I've got for the Canon M50 Mark II and the Canon M6 Mark II. These are the EF-M mount lenses. Now I've got a selection, and actually you probably don't need a selection like this necessarily. I've purchased these mainly for the channel so that we can have a look at different lenses. The one that I actually really like, this one, the one that comes with the camera, is the kit lens. That's this one here, and this is the 15 to 45. So it's a great all-round zoom lens, great to carry around. It's a nice size, and it's quite light as well. So actually, you know, if you've just getting one of these cameras and you've got this lens, it's a great lens to get started with, because you've got the wide angle of 15 through to a zoom of 45, which is more often or not enough for what most people need. This has got image stabilization on it, so it's really good. I think it's a lovely lens. What we're going to do is take some shots with this at say 15, about 28 and then 45, just to give you an idea. So we'll do that in a moment. We'll just have a look through these lenses. So stick around so you can see the difference the various focal lengths make. The next one that I've got is 11 to 22. This is a Canon 11 to 22. Again, it's a nice lens. It's a little bit more weighty than the kit lens, but that's okay. It feels sturdy, but it's still not too heavy. This again has got image stabilization, so this is good if you're doing landscape photography and you've got one of the other larger zooms. Then this is a great lens to take out with you if you just want to take two lenses, let's say. So again, we'll have a look at the shots with this one and what difference it makes between 11 and 22. The next one is probably my go-to lens, to be honest, the one that I would perhaps keep on the camera most of the time, and this is another Canon lens. This one's silver rather than black. At the time, for some reason, the silver one was more cost effective. It was a bit cheaper, so I thought, why not? It's the same lens, just a different colour. This goes from 18 to 150. Again, it's not too big, and it's a nice size and a nice weight, and it feels nice on the camera. Again, we've got image stabilization on this, so this is a great all-round lens really, from a nice wide angle of 18 through to 150. So it's a good one to keep on if you want to upgrade from the kit lens. Now the one lens that seems to get the most views on my channel, and the lens that it seems everybody seems to want, and that's this one. It's a Canon. It's a 55 to 200. Again, it's got image stabilization. It's a really nice lens. You can see it's about the same size as the 18 to 55. The 18 to 150. This one, when I first got it, I actually didn't like it, but it's really grown on me and I absolutely love it now. The reason I didn't like it was because I was so used to having the ability to very quickly go to a wide angle of, let's say, 15 if I'm using the kit lens, or 18 if I'm using the 18 to 150. But actually this one produces some excellent results. It's brilliant for landscape photography, and I have taken it out a couple of times on street photography, and actually I thought this would be pretty naff for street photography, but actually I got some really good shots with this one. The only thing with it when you're doing street photography is that you've got to worry about, you know, zooming in and out, whereas I quite like taking prime lenses with me, and then I haven't got that extra thing to think about. But nevertheless, this is probably one of the better lenses. It gives absolutely brilliant results, and you can zoom into 200, which is really good. Now, I did purchase another lens. I've done one video on this lens, and this lens is a Sigma lens, and I bought it second hand just to give it a go really. It's not native to the Canon M50, it's not an EF-M mount, it's actually an EF-S mount. Yeah, so it's not really one that you can put straight on, so you do need an adapter. So I've purchased a Viltrox adapter that adapts from this mount through to the EF-M mount. And the reason I got this to try it out is because it goes from 18, so it's starts at the same as this one, but it goes through to 250, which takes it 50 more than this 55 to 200. So I thought that is going to be ideal. If you just want to do landscape photography, it's giving you a whole range from 18 to 250, and you could just go out with the one lens and do some landscape. The only thing with it is that it is a much heavier lens, and as soon as you put the adapter on, it makes it even longer lens. It's a bit noisier, the focusing is a bit noisier, but does that really matter? I find that it produces some really good results. I'll put a link up to the video that I did on this particular lens. One of the things that I did find was the lens comes with, not the lens, sorry, the Viltrox adapter comes with this mount on it, and I took that off thinking I won't need it. Well, of course you do need it, because it's so heavy. If you mount the lens onto your camera and then you use the normal camera mount, that's this one here, there's so much weight at the front, you're really putting a lot of strain on the camera itself. And also my tripod was starting to move down, and I just couldn't stop it from moving as tight as I got it. So as soon as I got back home, I put that mount back on, because I realised why you need it. It puts the weight onto, it takes the weight off the camera basically, so there's no strain on the camera, and it just moves the whole thing forward a bit, so there's not so much creep happening on your tripod. Now we're going to try these out, so stick around, because I'm going to put each one of these on one at a time. I'm going to stay in the same spot, same settings, and we're just going to zoom in and out and see what difference each one makes. Okay, so here we are, we're set up now with the Canon 11 to 22. I'm facing what's known as the Peace Pagoda. I've not gone too far away, I just want to see the difference each of these lenses make. So we're on 11mm at the moment. I've put the Peace Pagoda in the centre, and we're going to take a shot. Okay, we're now going to zoom in to 17, that should do us, and you'll be able to see the difference. Again, just focus on the Peace Pagoda, check the settings, they're all okay, and there is 17. And then I'll zoom in to 22 now, so you can see the difference, and there's 22. Now what we'll do, I'll just put the video on so that I can show you with the video. So there we are at 11, and as I zoom in, you can see that's going through to 22. So that's 22. Let's zoom back out, and that's 11. Okay, we're going to change lenses now and see what the next lens does. Okay, so we've got the 15 to 45 on now. Just give it a bit of a clean. It's amazing how dusty these get. Right, let's mount this back on, turn it back on. Okay, so we're now at 15mm, so we're going to take that shot. We now zoom in to, let's say, 28, take that shot, and then we'll go right through to 45. So what I need to do now, I just need to move the camera down a bit. There we go. So now I'm going to show you with the video on. So let's move it back to 15, and there it is on 15. We're going to zoom through to 45, and there's 45 for you. So that's that lens. Now we're going to change to the 18 to 150. I've got to admit, I'm not a fan of changing lenses outside. That's why I tend to stick to one lens when I go out. But there we go. Let's change this one. Okay, there we go. So I've now got the 18, I should say, to 150 on there. So let's mount this one on. So let's just check the settings. That's okay. So we're at 18 to start with. So let's give that one a go. There's that one. We now move this through to, perhaps take a couple, would go to 50. So there's 50, and then we'll go to 70. No, let's go to 100. So we're now on 100, and you can really see the difference this makes. And now let's go to 150. That's it. So we'll now do that on the video, so you can actually see the difference it makes. And there we go. We're zooming through from 18 all the way through to 150, and you can see just how close we get with that 150. So now let's change lenses again. So we now put the 55 to 200 on. We're getting through them here. Make sure I put the lens cap back. Okay, so that's the 55 to 200 now. So straight away you can see the difference with the starting point of this one. So we'll take that. Where are we focused? There we go. So that's at 55. We'll move that through to 100, and then we'll move that through to 200. I'm just going to move this down so we get a slightly better shot. There we go. And there we are at 200. So you can really see the difference. So we'll do that with the video now. Here's the video. So we're at 55. We'll zoom through all the way to 200, and you can see what difference that one makes. And we go back to 55. So let's now change lenses one more time. We're now going to put the one that's not the native EF-M lens. We're going to put the Sigma EF-S lens with the Viltrox adapter, and that one is the one that goes from 18 through to 250. So let's see what that one does. Let's change the lens. Got this mounted on the Viltrox adapter, and actually that is so much better than when I didn't do it that way. So let's have a look. So we're now at 18. Let's just level this up, focus in on the pagoda. We're at 18, let's check the settings. We're at, that's okay, perfect. So we're going to take that one. So that is at 18. Now let's move that through to 50. And there's a photo at 50. And now let's move that to 135. Just going to recenter it a bit. So there's 135. And now we'll go through to the 250. Hopefully you can see the difference in those photos. Right, so what we're going to do is now put the video on, so we can video this for you. So we're at 18. Let's start the video. There's 18, and we just move that through. There's 80, 135, and there's 250. And as I'm doing that, you can hear the focusing on this one. Okay, let's take that back. 80, 50, 28, 18. So hopefully that's given you some idea of each of those lenses. So if you stick around to the end, I'll show you 3 photos with each lens so that you can see a comparison of them next to each other. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so that you don't miss future videos. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next video.